again, another comic book video. In this one, I'm going to show my graphic novels. I have quite a pile here to show you. Let's start with this one. This is called Cat Massage Therapy. My friend found this one for me at Barnes & Noble. And she looked at it and was like, but I picked it up, of course, because the cover was so adorable, and it is exactly what it says. She is the manager of a cat massage therapy parlor, and it's basically it's in English. I think there's more of these too. I might wind up getting all of them eventually. But it's so cute. Basically, this cat works, and there's kittens too. There's 3 kittens, and there's also a little twist at the end. I'll show you. Let's see. There's another cat. Oh, there he is. There's another cat that comes in at the end, and I guess he's the new, I don't know. Maybe he's the daddy to the kittens. I don't know. But it's a cute idea. So I recommend this. There's the kittens on the back. I recommend this series for sure. At least get the first one, because the cover is actually kind of 3D. You can actually touch the little paws. I love cats, so it's perfect. Alright, next one. Let's see. Let's do these. I have 2 of these. It's Dragon Kingdom of Renly. And I had never heard of these. I got 2 of them. I guess the first 2 of the series. And I grabbed them because I like the Wings of Fire series. I have 4 of those. I'll show later. And this is the Shadow Hills. Number 1, I believe. Yeah, I got number 1 and no, this is number 2. This is number 1. Number 1 is Coldfire Curse. And as you can see, I found it at Walmart for like $8. And I think I got this one at Barnes & Noble for whatever the cover price is. At the time, it was $10. But I think these have gone up since I got them. Let's see, what year did these... Okay, the first one came out in 2021, and second issue is also 2021, so they must have released them like a couple of months apart. And I recommend these. I do. Because I love dragons. Of course, I just love animals in general, but dragons, cats are my main 2. Alright, let's go with, let's see. I've got a Lion King graphic novel here from the release of the 2019 movie, or remake, the live action remake. And because Lion King is my favorite Disney. If you haven't seen any of my Lion King collection videos, you can take a look at those if you want. And so I had to pick this one up because it's Lion King, and it's actually done very well. I mean, I'm sure a lot of these newer ones are done digitally. Unfortunately, we live in a day and age where not a lot of comic artists are actually drawing the comics by hand anymore. I'll be surprised if some of them actually are, but they're still digitally, I don't know, touching them up or something, which I think it kind of takes away from the true art of what comics originally were or are supposed to be. Digital art, I don't look at it as, it's kind of controversial. It's a controversial issue. I won't get too into it, but I just don't agree with, using it so much as they are, but they do. So there's that. Alright, here is a Pirates of the Caribbean junior graphic novel. I picked this up back in, let's see. I'm trying to remember when I got this one. I've had it for, gosh, gotta be 20 years by now. 2007. So close to 20 years old. Goodness gracious, I can't believe this is 18 years old. Really? I'm just realizing that now. Dang. Has it wow. Eek. Where's the time going, guys? Seriously, I'm 42 and I still feel like I'm 18. Anyways, this one is actually done very well. I believe it's hand-drawn, but 2007, you never know. You never know. But I love the art style they used for, like, a lot of the promotional materials for Pirates of the Caribbean. They did, like, an animated art style for a lot of the merchandise and stuff, and I love it. I also have a coloring book with the same art style images. It's like one of those large coloring books, so I love it. Okay, this is a random one that I found at, I think, Goodwill a couple of years ago. And this is from the year, let's see, what's the year on this one? If I can find a year on here. 2016. And it's a Marvel Zoom Zoom Takeover. I don't know if any of you remember the Zoom Zooms. They were little figures that were like, they had plushies and they had they're just little, like, made to look like little animals. I have a few of the little figurines. I thought they were cute. I think they kind of died out though, because I haven't seen them anymore. I think the big collectibles now, as far as the little Disney collectibles, are the Doorables, and I have a couple videos of those. Those are amazing. I love Doorables. I still love those. But this comic is really cute because it has the little guys. They're basically the superheroes. And it's actually pretty hilarious, the little antics they get into. And here's a little Spider-Man hiding in the guy's jacket there. It's funny. This is actually really, really funny. I read the whole thing a couple of times. It's entertaining. Alright, this is one that I found that I thought was pretty darn funny. And I guess there's a couple more of these, and there's some reading books too, some chapter books. Bunnicula. It's a vampire bunny. It's exactly what it says. And yeah, it's pretty hilarious, I gotta say. It's a funny concept. And a lot of the art in this one is probably digital, but it's written very well. I like stuff that's written well and doesn't insult my intelligence. I mean, not saying that I'm all that intelligent, but you know what I mean. I like to read stuff it makes me feel kind of smart in a way. And I guess the original, I looked this up, and I guess the original story came out or was published in 1979. The original story. So this isn't anything new, from what I understand. It's like a revamp version of it, like a graphic novel version. And this graphic novel was released in 2022. I remember that's around the time I bought this at Walmart. I think it was about $10 at Walmart. The cover price is $12.99. I'm sure it's more now. Everything's gone up. Everything. Okay, I think I picked this one up last year. This is a really, really cool one. Battle for the Pumpkin King. It has Oogie Boogie and Jack Skellington. And it's basically a backstory about how Jack became the Pumpkin King. I guess there was a contest to be the Pumpkin King, and this one's written very well. I love it. And I think this is another one that my friend saw at Target, and she's like, "Hey, do you have that?" I'm like, "No." So here it is. And I love how it's drawn. I'm hoping it's hand-drawn because it looks so amazing. I'm a huge Tim Burton artwork fan. I actually have a older hardcover copy of Nightmare Before Christmas, the original book that came out in the 90s. And, it has a chew taken out of the corner. I think I might have bought it at a thrift store, honestly. I did have an original copy, but I don't know what happened to it, so the replacement copy is, in worse shape, but whatever, I still have it. But I love the art style in this one. Got Oogie Boogie carrying pumpkins in his mouth, kind of cheating, because I guess they're supposed to carry as many pumpkins as they can at this one scene. And that's typical of him, right? Alright, moving on. Here we are with a Friendship is Magic graphic novel. I was massively obsessed with Friendship is Magic for a couple of years. I still have a couple of the plushies and a couple of the figurines and action figures. But I don't have a lot of my collection anymore. I have some cards too. But this is definitely one that I picked up. It's by IDW. And cover price says $17.99. I think I had bought this locally on sale for, I think I paid about $12 for this. If I remember correctly. This was published, let's see, what's the year on this one? Let's see if I can find it. Okay, it says specifically Volume 1, May 2013, first printing. So this is a first print edition. Thank goodness. I don't have a lot of first prints of anything, so that's special to me. And what I like about the cover is it's got kind of this glitter going on there. It's actually really nice. And it's the nice matte cover. Not quite a hard cover, and it has all the characters, like little descriptions of each character. And this is a really good one. I recommend getting this one if you're into like My Little Pony at all, or like me, I'm into almost everything. Almost. Not everything, mind you. Alright, this one I got my friend a copy of this one too. I found this at Dollar Tree of all places. It's called Doom Patrol Planet Love. And it was only $1. This was before Dollar Tree went up to $1.25, what it is now. I hear they're going to be raising their prices again. We won't discuss that. But anyway, I managed to get, this was a couple years ago I got these, and it's actually really, really cool. It's made to look like a classic comic book. I don't know, like, if it actually is a compilation of, like, a bunch of comics, like, older comics, but it's made to look like it is. Like, check out that art style. That's, like, old school sketch style. That's the kind of stuff I like. When I look at comics and stuff, it's like, that's the comics right there. Yeah, the newer, smoother stuff, it looks fine. It looks good. But sometimes it looks a little too good, you know? I like stuff to actually look like somebody drew it. Somebody put love into it. Somebody sketched it out. I feel like it encourages me more as... I don't really consider myself an artist. I'm more of I don't know, a cartoonist, I guess, more than an artist. I like when people actually put effort into their stuff, because I do a lot of cartoon art, and I try to put as much effort as I possibly can into a piece. And sometimes it just takes a little longer, and you know, but I like comics like this that actually look like there's some effort put into them. Like, I strive to draw like that. I still cannot. For some reason, I need to practice. Okay. Here's a fun one for you. I got this around the time the first movie came out, I think. Let me see. What's the year on this one? Let's see. Oh. Oh, you're gonna love this. So, the movie came out in 2014. Okay? I actually got this 2 years before. So, this was published in, let's see. This is a second printing from 2013. So maybe it's only a year before, but I have had this. I got this before the movie came out, because I remember when the movie was announced, I was like, whew. And this is like the only Deadpool comic I have now, I think. I don't have any other ones anymore. I don't really know what happened to a lot of my comic books, but I will show all my regular comic books in the next video, I think. But yeah, this one's pretty awesome. It's Deadpool. Of course it's awesome. This is the evil Deadpool. And it is, let's see, does it have a number? Yes. It says volume 10 on the side there. So this is actually volume 10. But I really liked the cover on this one for some reason. They had a whole bunch at Barnes & Noble at the time, and this is the one I picked up. Alright. These are Wonder Woman 100-page comic books that I got. I picked them up at Walmart. Let's see, probably a few years ago now. They're like compilation comic books with like a whole bunch of comics from 2000s. And so there's like a variety of comics in here. It actually says what issues are in here, what are featured. There's like 5 featured comics in here. And these are actually really good. I got like 4 of them, and they were like $5 a piece, I think, at the time. Like I said, I got them at Walmart. They might still have these. And I wanted to get this one, the Birds of Prey Harley Quinn, because I really love the movie. I have the Harley Quinn movies, of course. Oh, I have 3 of these. I thought I had 4. Never mind. What do you see what the 4th one is? Oh boy. Alright. That one. So these are really nice. They're the only Wonder Woman comics I really have. Actually, I have a couple of regular ones. And I'll get to those in the next video. I promise. Yes, I have this. the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern graphic novel. And I found it at Dollar Tree a couple of years ago, honestly, and I just grabbed it. I know people hate his Green Lantern movie. I know it's post Deadpool though, you have to realize. So I don't hold too much against him. Yeah, summer 2011. It came out a couple of years before Deadpool did. So I know he regrets his choice. But I do love the way this is drawn. Even though it's probably mostly digital. Most likely. When you really look at it, yes. But it's one of those things that I had to pick it up just because, and at the time it was only $1, so why not, right? Okay, the 40th anniversary comic celebration deluxe edition hardcover, blah 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 blah. I got this at Target a couple of months ago when it was released. I was looking all over the store for it, and I found it in a random spot. Luckily, they still have price scanners in the store, so I was able to scan it, and it was actually what it says. The cover price is $19.99, which I thought was actually pretty cheap, like regular price for this. Because it's a hardcover, and usually hardcovers are like $30, right? But no, this was $20, plus there was a 30% off, so I only paid about, I think, $16 for this. So brilliant. And I love the art style on the front. Oh my goodness gracious. And this also has a reprint of the original comic. And I have another book, I think I showed it in another video, another book that has a like a reprint copy of the full comic. So this is kind of nice to have, like a little something. And it's like a mix. It doesn't have the full comic in here, so I was glad to see that it's just bits and pieces of a whole lot of comics. And there's like a whole thing on here about what they put in here. And yeah, there's different comics in here. And different art styles for sure. But it's very well done. Here's the classic Ninja Turtles. My favorite. 1980s cartoon. And Ninja Turtles. This is the 2003 series Turtles. Another favorite of mine. So yeah, there's different art styles, different. These I do not care. I don't care for these. I'm sorry. I think I've said my piece about the 2018 version of the Ninja Turtles. I'm sorry to anyone that likes it, but I don't. So there's that. So that's that. And on the back it has what's featured in it. So it's a nice little 40th anniversary celebratory comic for them. And that's why I wanted to get it, because I've loved them pretty much my whole life. Alright, these I had to get because Batman is my absolute favorite superhero of all time. And when they combined him with Ninja Turtles, Absolutely, I had to get these. So we have the first issue here. And I have the second issue. The second issue is, the cover's a little different, like printed a little different. But I like that it has different characters on the cover. And this one came out, and I don't remember. I think they came out with a third one too. I don't have it yet. But I will get it as soon as I can. Alright, here is my 1995 Batman Forever graphic novel. I've had this since then. So this is, I think, officially 30 years old this year. Crazy, right? And I've kept it in pretty good shape. My friend had it for a while with her comics. And yeah, this is the original print, because I remember when I got this, it came with a single cassette tape of the U2 Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me song. It had another song on the other side of the tape, but it was a single tape that tells you 1995, right? And I think it came with a couple of trading cards, and no, maybe it didn't come with the coin. I don't think I got the coin one. I did get a replica coin from when the Dark Knight movie came out. They came out with a replica Two-Face coin. But yeah, I like this. It's classic art style. So it screams 90s. It really does. Like the art style itself and the colors. Brilliant. This is like one of my oldest comics that I have. Alright, let's talk about... I've got Mickey Mouse here. I've got the Wizards of Mickey Disney Comics. I have 2 of these. I don't know if they've come out with other ones, but I had to get them because it's Mickey Mouse. Okay, I love Mickey. And these are basically classic style written. Excuse the background noise. If you hear anything, I apologize. But yeah, I this is pretty much the art style that I draw. You've seen my stuff, right? I have videos of me drawing stuff, and yeah, I pretty much draw like this. And yeah, here's the first. I have the first one, and here's the second one. The second one's really cool. It's got a dragon on the cover. And I picked these up at, let's see. I think I picked both of them up at Barnes & Noble. Not at the same time, obviously. They came out about a year apart, both of these. So this one's from 2021. And you can see the shelf wear on them. That's for me, moving them around, reading them, you know. And I try not to crease the spines. I try to take care of my stuff. Alright, this is a cute one that I found. Disney Kingdoms, Figment the dragon. And a lot of people don't know about Figment or where he came from, even who he is at all. He is an original Walt Disney World character that came out, let's see, they had him featured in attractions and stuff back in the early 80s. I was born at the very end of 1982, and I've lived in California my whole life. So I've never been to Disney World, but I knew about Figment through other people, like throughout high school and stuff. Somebody said, "Hey, have you heard about Figment the Purple Dragon?" I'm like, "Oh no," you know. So he was the original Purple Dragon, okay? He came before Spyro. And I'm pretty positive when you really look at him, I'm pretty positive a lot of Spyro's design was inspired from him. When you really look at designs of Figment, like earlier designs of him, I've seen a lot of his earlier images, and you can see it. And I'm sure the creators of Spyro would admit it if you asked them. I know I would. I mean, it's not bad to be inspired by Disney, right? I like this little guy here. It's his name is Spark. It's a little critter that she drew. It's like a flying kitty cat dragon, I guess. But anyway, this is a really cute comic if you're into like the Disney comics and dragons. This was $15.99. And let's see, what's the year on this one? Let's see, 2015 looks like. I guess there's more of these. I don't know what number this one actually is. It doesn't have a number on it, but it says that there's a number 2 printing. First printing 2020. So I get, oh, okay. It says contains material originally published in magazine form as Figment 2014, number 1 through 5, and Figment 2 2015, number 1 through 5, first printing 2020. So this must be from 2020. I picked this up like probably around 2023, so I've had it for a while. Alright, here we are. Last but not least, certainly not least, my Wings of Fire graphic novels. I have 4 of them. I have 5 of the first 5 of the books. So I guess I need to look for book 5 of the graphic novels. I saw a graphic novel at Target recently, and it was book 12 or something. So I know there's a book 5 graphic novel out there. But this was the first one I got. Book 1. And it's based pretty much on point of the first 4 books. It's just basically a visual, like a actual graphic novel visual version of the books. So if you would prefer to read these rather than read the books, I mean, you're getting the story all right here. The first 4 books. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. This one kind of ran a little bit long, didn't it? About 30 minutes, 35 minutes almost. Alright guys, thank you for watching this, and stay tuned for the next one. See ya.